Wonderful reception. And there's no doubt about it, the atmosphere is a little different, isn't it, Trevor, on a league ground as against Wembley?
Well, there is that closer proximity, isn't there, of the supporters to the pitch. Certainly, just walking on the surface beforehand and chatting to supporters, they thought it was better to have the semi-final at a neutral place such as this and leave Wembley for the showpiece on the big occasion.
Let's have a look at the teams then. Joe Royle's best birthday present came this morning when his captain Dave Watson was pronounced fit to play after a viral infection. He hasn't trained for 3 days. David Unsworth and Anders Limpar returned from suspension, but Duncan Ferguson is out for that reason, and Stuart Barlow is injured. So it's a new attacking scenario with Graham Stewart supporting Paul Rideout, Everton's top scorer, who's missed 7 games since he received a knee injury in a league match here at Leeds. But he had 45 minutes in the reserves on Thursday night, and I would imagine, Trevor, they'll be very pleased to have Rideout back.
Well, it does give them that advantage in the air, perhaps, when they put the crosses in. I think they're going to have the extra cushion of the central defender to deal with Sheringham and Klinsmann. And of course, we all know about Hinchcliffe. Horne and Parkinson work very hard in midfield to win possession. But I think the key today is Limpar and Stewart. They're the ones that can beat defenders and set up the supply for Rideout. And certainly, I think that's going to be important for Everton.
Well, Spurs have had some mixed news this morning. Darren Anderton is fit, so with Jika Popescu back in the starting lineup, wearing number 4 there, they revert to the team that was almost picking itself a few weeks ago, but with one exception. Number 14, Stuart Nethercott, is pressed into service at left back, where he's never played before, because Justin Edinburgh is suspended, David Kerslake injured in training, and unlucky Sol Campbell failed a fitness test as late as 9:30 this morning on the hamstring strain that's kept him out for 8 games. So what effect do you think that might have?
Well, they normally play the 4-4-2. It won't affect the system, but Nethercott is, of course, not used to playing left back, not a natural left footer either, so I can imagine Stewart or Limpar wanted to have a go at him down that flank quite a lot. I think it's important for Popescu coming back alongside to help Howes on the defensive midfield duties, because they certainly missed that at Southampton in the league last weekend when they conceded 4. But I think the key is to make sure the defensive players do compete in that penalty area when the crosses come in.
Now, 2 great stalwarts, captains today, Gary Mabbott and Dave Watson, each 33 years old, each great servants of their respective clubs. In the middle there is referee Robbie Hart from Darlington. His linesmen are David Crick from Surrey, who will be on this side, Tony Leake of Darwin on the far side, and the reserve official, the reserve referee indeed, Alan Wilkie of Chesterley Street. That was Calderwood, and then Austin. And it tends to be a bit frantic early on in these games. Nice cushioned header by Hinchcliffe. Ablett strong on his left foot. And Everton will want to pump it forward early, the way they've been playing under Joe Royle.
Well, there 2 or 3 balls already gone forward long, but I mean, Graham Stewart is playing almost as more of a second striker, closer.
Sheringham. Well, Watson and Ablett scrambled it away between them.
There's good play there. So when he just crept in from his left-back position, as you see, an interchanging pass there, and it just dropped and was hooked away.
Oh, and Walker makes a good save. It was even applauded by Limpar.
Yes, but it just showed Stuart Nethercott, being a central defender, was drawn in to make the challenge alongside Gary Mabbott. He had no need to, and it cleared all of them and left Limpar by himself.
Now watch Unsworth and watch Watson. Spurs have to defend with a great deal of resilience on these corners.
Well, he started brightly, Anders Limpar. I don't think they should allow him to get it to the feet, because when he's running at you, he is difficult. Came inside, hit it into the corner, but Ian Walker, certainly in the Spurs goal, started well. He's made a couple of good saves.
Well, Rideout now takes up the near post position. Ablett goes on the line. And Spurs have 2 in front to deal with it. Dave Watson's coming from a slightly deeper position here. from where he scored against Newcastle. Matt Jackson's in the 6-yard box as well. It's very crowded. Oh, and it beat everybody. It's heart-in-the-mouth stuff when Hinchcliffe curls those balls in, isn't it?
Well, they're so pacey, aren't they? It's the favoured side as well for the left footer. It's, 30 yards out, but Ian Walker, I think, can expect a shot.
Right. He's about 3 yards off his line, and Hinchcliffe hits Klinsmann, I think, in the wall. But the ball wasn't cleared by Darren Anderson. Matt Jackson's cross, and Calderwood has to concede a corner.
Spurs to break.
Well, Neville Southall looks out and sees 5 white shirts round the ball. Anderton, the central figure here, and Howells. And rolled across to Gary Mabbott. Oh, and Southall and an orthodox save.
Looked as if it must have taken some sort of deflection, because Neville Southall started to go to his left and then used his feet to actually clear the ball. But a double push across the sort of edge of the 18-yard box. I'm surprised Gary Mabbott, you wouldn't associate him normally with hitting the free kick from here. But as you can say, hits it low. There's a lot of legs in there, but it just seen it late, obviously, and it's curling round, but he uses his feet, and it's effective.
Yes, he also actually guided away from the 2 Tottenham players coming in, didn't he? This is Barmby. Stewart. Parkinson. It's a right old scrap in there. That was Barry Horn, who was the best, one of the best at that.
Well, Ian Walker's been top man, hasn't he? Gary Mabbott is there, he's challenging, he's at full stretch, but Dave Watson just gets above him, and it's just the height for the keeper to make the save.
And Big Dave is still in there now as Hinchcliffe goes right across to the other side. Gary Ablett's the player who's in front of Walker. Oh, and Walker with Ablett, as I said, right in front of him, did enough to save the situation.
Well, they're far harder, aren't they, from the right, coming in, swinging into the goal, and Ablett could only have been a hair's width away, I think, from getting the touch.
That was the first poor one from Hinchcliffe, and a relieved Nethercott got it away from the post. Free kick, Jurgen Klinsmann. Walker's done well, hasn't he? To the right. Still Stewart. And there wasn't enough support for him, really. The others were a bit slow getting forward. Or maybe he was too quick for them. Here's Anderton. Right at it comes across. Graham Stewart, a really good run, and Paul Rideout was the player in the centre, but not for the first time. Gary Mabbott saved Tottenham.
Great defensive play there by Mabbott. Mistake by Howells, just trying to play out, and got himself in trouble, and Gary Mabbott saving the day.
Jackson's header! Jackson at the near post. Everton have taken the lead. "35 minutes into the semi-final. The corner taken inevitably by Hinchcliffe, and Matt Jackson seems to glance that beyond Ian Walker.
Well, it just clears Stuart Nethercott, doesn't it? Look, he's just got the wrong side of him. Jackson takes it. Nobody at the near post, and it's in the net.
It's his second FA Cup goal. Jackson, he got the winner at Bristol City in an earlier round. But that one, depending on what else happens today, he'll remember for a lot longer.
It's exactly as we've said, though, on the set pieces. He puts him in at such pace, Andy Hinchcliffe. If you just get caught the wrong side and you're out of position and he gets the faintest of touches, that's what's going to end up more often than not.
Celebrations on three sides of the ground. But you're always vulnerable when you've just scored a goal. Darren Anderton's going across now to take a corner for Tottenham. And Gary Mabbutt has come forward, and so has Calderwood on the line. Up goes Sheringham!
Well, it was close, wasn't it? Just gets above Watson, but on the post there, Andy Hinchcliffe would have cleared it if necessary.
Yes, the man on the line had it covered. So did the referee, it seemed. Hinchcliffe. Well, this FA Cup, sponsored by Littlewoods Pools, has really, in my view, based on the games I've seen, risen to new heights this season. And you wouldn't want to predict anything in a game like this, because semi-finals have proved in the past that the unexpected will happen. And here comes Graham Stewart. Anders Limpar's trying to make ground down this side. It's a good enough cross, but picked out by Walker. And Unsworth is nowhere near him, but Watson is good enough to hold the fort, because the other central defender is still making his way back. And he's still not really made it. Klinsmann. No, there's a flag up on the far side. There's a flag up on the far side, and offside, I think. It doesn't stand. Watch this. Graham Stewart comes inside. Watch 15 right out, offside there. And when he comes into the play off the goalkeeper, it has to be an active offside, as FIFA would say, not passive. So the flag went up and the score remains 1-0. But what about now? It's right out, clean through against Walker. Good save by Walker. Stewart! It's 2-0 now. It's Graham Stewart. Well, they're saying get off the pitch, the Everton players, because certain fans came on to celebrate. And Graham Stewart here follows up a right-out shot, which Walker beats out, but Rideout, who had a goal wiped out, or an effort wiped out, seconds earlier, this time is the instigator of the second Everton goal. He shoots, Walker saves, and look at Graham Stewart. He's only got to tap the ball in the net.
Well, it was a giveaway, wasn't it, from Spurs' point of view? Losing possession like that, 2 against 1, right out through. Walker made a good save actually on the first one, but Stewart again picking up the pieces. They got away with it just a minute or two before with the offside, but not a second occasion. But in the penalty area, it was a good cross, a loose ball bobbling in front of the goal, and it was again an Everton player got to it first.
Klinsmann again, he's causing problems. Sheringham's in there. Oh, there's a penalty, is there? Yes! Sheringham went over, and the referee's given a penalty. Everton protest. Sheringham fell, was pushed, or bundled. Whatever you feel about it, it's in by Barnby, it's on by Klinsmann. Now watch Teddy Sheringham. He goes up. Oh, well, it looked a softish one to me, David Watson, but a penalty it is. The referee is waving away more protests, and Jurgen Klinsmann, Watson's gone across to have another word with the referee.
Well, it's an amazing decision. Dave Watson's gone for the ball, and certainly Teddy Sheringham sort of almost made a back for Dave Watson, and never a penalty as far as I'm concerned, and what a turning point this could be.
It's a soft one, that, but the fact of the matter is, the referee has given it, and it's Klinsmann against Southall. Will it be the first goal that Everton have conceded in the FA Cup this season? It is, and it's put Tottenham back in the game. Jurgen Klinsmann gets the ball out the back of the net and sprints back to the halfway line. Good effort by Southall to stop it. He went the right way, I think you'll find here. But the power of Klinsmann's shot, yes, right in the corner, beautifully struck.
That was a good penalty. Remember, he missed one against Liverpool recently, so it might have been at the back of his mind in the league, but he didn't worry, did he? Took the responsibility, but I mean, it's a lifeline given to Spurs. There's no way for me that was a penalty.
and Popescu, and Barmby coming up on the outside. Klinsmann, Sheringham. Well, while all that's been happening, poor ride out. Side, flag up, Klinsmann. Stewart, Horn. Limpar to his right, wanted it pushed across, but Barry Horn from his angle saw a chance of perhaps cutting one over the keeper. That's Stewart.
It was bad marking again, wasn't it? It's not...
Mavitt goes up to join him. Popescu is in there with Calderwood. And it's Klinsmann with the volley. And Barmby goes in. Oh, Klinsmann scored a goal like that against Everton at the beginning of the season at White Hart Lane. They must have thought it was deja vu, but they blocked him this time. Horn to Stewart, good push and header. Stewart, oh, it's not good. Amakachi was down the line. Southall's legs from the left back, and on the break, Anders Limpar. They've got 4 against 4. Graham Stewart had to check because he would have run off the pitch. Inside him is Barry Horn here, number 10. Stewart's available now. That's his cross. Amakachi! 3-1 Everton. And Wembley beckons now. And the Nigerian, who almost disappeared for half the season, has brought Tottenham to their knees. 8 minutes to go. Is this the killer goal? Barry Horn to Graham Stewart, delivered it perfectly, and the Nigerian beats Walker at the far post to restore Everton's 2-goal advantage.
And don't forget Neville Southall's save at the other end, because it could have been 2 apiece. Good save from Stuart Nethercott. He was caught forward. They broke down that flank, right flank. A great run by Limpar and a good move. And in the end,
back Limpar, Stewart. Oh, there's Ronnie Rosenthal, corner. Now, how many will go forward now? 3-1 up. Jackson has. Ablett has. Rosenthal's back there defending. Limpar. Now Rosenthal. 2 to meet him. Barry Horn. Great tied it up at the midfield. Chips it forward for Amakachi, too long. It's got Amakachi inside him and square. Stewart, Amakachi, can he beat Walker? No. Chance though.
well, they've done well in the Amakachi's first touch, just let him down. It took him.
Cross comes off a defender. Walker holds it. Well, you can see from your screens how close Everton are to the FA Cup final. Graham Stewart. Everton throw. The tackles and the interceptions and the passes and the release ball to Anders Limpar. Now he's got somebody sprinting up to his left. I think it's Gary Ablett there. And Amakachi is square and unmarked. Amakachi, surely! It's another one! It's another one! And that's it now. It's all over. Well, Amakachi 2, Everton 4. The Tottenham dream over. Trevor Brooking.
Well, it's a wonderful goal, wasn't it? They just didn't sit back. Gary Ablett, a superb ball across the face. Daniel Amakachi didn't hesitate, kept it well enough below the crossbar. But, you know, to see Everton still surging forward at 3-1 just shows that the confidence that they've played with all the game. And I mean, I think now the scoreline probably reflects how the 90 minutes have gone.
And while when the play breaks down, I'll ask you for your man of the match. Barmby to Sheringham. Well, I can ask you.
Well, I think you could almost give it to the whole Everton team. Unsworth been superb at the back, and certainly Parkinson has been very good in midfield. Limpar, though, has been excellent, but the man that I've picked, I must say, going forward is not this man, Daniel Amakachi, who's come on to get 2 goals, but the man, I think, who might well have not played Joe Royle might not have picked him if he'd had Duncan Ferguson, and that is Graham Stewart. I think he's been superb, linking play from out on the flanks. He and Limpar have caused Spurs defence all sort of problems, and of course he's got the goal and set up the third as well.
We're in the second minute of stoppage time in the FA Cup semi-final, and the Littlewoods man of the match is Graham Stewart of Everton. It's going to be a hat-trick, is it? No. Well, that would have been the first hat-trick in an FA Cup semi-final since 1958. Hasn't been done since Alex Dawson did it for Manchester United against a Fulham team that included Jimmy Hill. But Amakachi was mighty close then.
Well, it should have been a hat-trick, shouldn't it? But I mean, what a story that would have been to come.
Final. It's third time lucky Joe Royle, and it was a thumping victory in the end. Jerry Francis's team on the day, finishing a very clear second. Graham Stewart, the Littlewoods man of the match, is mobbed as he leaves the field. Fans are on the pitch now, but it's celebratory rather than threatening. And the match will be remembered for the substitute Daniel Amakachi coming on after the unfortunate injury to Paul Rideout and scoring twice. The only reply from Tottenham amidst all that was a rather dodgy penalty decision, that's our view rather, which was converted by Jurgen Klinsmann. And
Ford Escort Cup Special.